When God calls you, He is not asking for your resume. He is not impressed by your certificates. He is not limited by your background, your mistakes, or your past failures. When God calls you, He looks at your heart, your willingness, and your obedience. Many people are living frustrated lives today not because they are cursed, but because they are running away from God's call. The call of God is not always comfortable. It does not always come with applause. Sometimes it comes quietly, deep in your spirit, disturbing your peace until you realize you were created for more. God's call can come in different ways. Sometimes through a dream, sometimes through pain, sometimes through a burden for people, sometimes through a situation that breaks you, and sometimes through a voice you cannot explain but cannot ignore. You may be asking yourself, why me? Why did God choose someone like me? With my past, my weaknesses, my struggles. But listen carefully, God has never chosen people because they were perfect. He chooses people because He is powerful. Moses had a speech problem, yet God made him a spokesman. Gideon was hiding in fear, yet God called him a mighty warrior. David was forgotten in the bush, yet God raised him to the throne. Peter was impulsive and unstable, yet Jesus built His church on him. Your weakness does not disqualify you. Your background does not cancel your calling. Your mistakes do not surprise God. When God calls you, He already knows your flaws, and He still says, I want you. The problem today is that many people want God's blessings but not God's instructions. They want the crown without the cross. They want the glory without the process. But every calling comes with a process. Before God promotes you publicly, He prepares you privately. There is always a hidden season before a visible manifestation. Joseph was called through dreams, but he entered prison before the palace. David was anointed king, but returned to the field. Jesus was declared the Son of God, but went into the wilderness. Do not despise the waiting season. Do not complain in the silent season. That season is where God builds your character, your discipline, and your dependence on Him. Sometimes God will isolate you, not to punish you, but to shape you. He will separate you from distractions, from wrong friendships, from environments that delay your destiny. You may feel lonely, misunderstood, or left behind, but heaven is working on you. God's call will often make you uncomfortable because growth is uncomfortable. Let me tell you something powerful. When God calls you, opposition will rise. Not everyone will understand your journey. Some will laugh at you, some will doubt you, some will remind you of your past. Others will say, who do you think you are? But opposition is often confirmation that your calling is real. The enemy does not fight what has no future. If you were ordinary, hell would ignore you. But because your life carries purpose, resistance shows up. Yet hear this truth clearly: what God ordains, no man can cancel. What God has spoken over your life will come to pass, not by your strength, but by His Spirit. God's call also comes with responsibility. You cannot answer it halfway. You cannot live carelessly and expect divine results. Calling demands discipline. It demands obedience. It demands surrender. There comes a moment when you must say, Lord, not my will, but yours. Use me even if it costs me comfort. Send me even if the road is hard. When you answer God's call, your life stops being about you alone. You begin to live for impact. Your pain gains meaning. Your story becomes a testimony. Your survival becomes a message. And listen, God's call is not only for pastors or preachers. Some are called to serve through business, some through leadership, some through music, some through helping the broken, some through creativity, some through prayer, some through giving. Every calling matters in the kingdom. You don't have to sound like anyone else. You don't have to copy another person's path. Your calling has your name on it. Your grace is customized. Your assignment is specific. Stop comparing your journey with others. Comparison kills purpose. God is not late with you. He is intentional. He is precise. He is working even when you cannot see it. There are moments when answering God's call will require faith. Faith to step out when you don't have all the answers. Faith to move when resources look small. Faith to obey when people doubt you. But remember this: God never calls you and abandons you. Where He leads, He provides. What He starts, He finishes. Even when you fall, He lifts you. Even when you fail, He restores you. Even when you drift, His mercy calls you back. If you can hear this message today, it is not by accident. God may be reminding you of a call you ignored, postponed, or feared. He is patient, but his purpose still stands. Today, make a decision in your heart and answer his call.